When able to do all this at once. How's it going?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
We're live. Boom. It has been too effing long.
It has been. It has been a minute.
A lot of minutes.
A whole minute.
Ooh.
A whole damn minute.
There was not to explain it too long, we've been gone for 3 weeks. This is our glorious return. Hopefully we're going to get back into a little bit of a rhythm.
Was it 3 weeks or 2? Either way, it doesn't matter.
Pretty sure it's 3.
You're right about needing a rhythm regardless. So
We definitely need a rhythm. I'm not going to get too into it, but I put most of the fault on me. Usually I blame you for everything.
There's parts of me to blame.
I think it was actually kind of my fault for not being, prepared and having topics and being here in the studio.
It's all of it.
But all of that considered, I still completely blame you.
I forgive you for blaming me.
Good man. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
I do what I can. I'm a good person. That's just how good of a person I am.
Debatable.
You know what? I forgive you for your sins.
Okay, let's just get into it. Boom. So many topics, and all of these are like from 3 weeks ago. So none of them matter. Let's talk about the big one.
The big one?
The big one. Captain Marvel. Did you see it?
I do want to as soon as possible, but no, I did not yet.
I saw it opening night.
Saw it.
I have a lot to say. Probably am not going to be able to enunciate it.
I'll say it in 3 weeks from now.
In 3 weeks. Tune back in. No.
Oh, that's us. Checking on that.
Okay. Overall, I liked it more than I thought I was going to like it.
Okay. That's good.
There was a lot of buzz, or whatever you want to call it, about this movie with Brie Larson and saying that it's going to be some very social justice warrior feminist movie, which it was a little bit.
Okay.
But no, I thought it was going to be much more heavy-handed. There were some parts where when the person I went to go see it with knew, okay, Nikolai's going to roll his eyes at this part.
They might have forced it, those parts. Yeah.
There were some parts that were really forced. And the person I went to go see it with is more on the left than I am.
Okay.
And kind of, I don't want to say social justice warrior at all, but like more, on the other side of things. And they were like, even that was forced.
Yeah.
It was really like...
The cringy parts, like...
It was really cringy. Instead of being... I'm not going to get too into it. There's a million videos by The Quartering and Thor Skywalker.
That guy.
On YouTube that really break down. But I guess my big thing... Let's compare this to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was a DC movie starring a female lead. And you could say she was a feminist icon. And I love that movie. It was great.
I don't feel like they forced anything in that.
It wasn't forced.
I mean, I just didn't like it for the DC part. That was the only part that deterred it for me. But apart from that, nothing was wrong with it.
It was a great movie.
Even when I saw Battle Angel Alita, there was still nothing was bad in it except for one moment they did add another cringy kind of thing like that where they had to push some weird diversity line. There was nothing else that was even about that and the whole rest of the story. But then we can't be the same, talking about humans and androids, but kind of pushing it like it was not humans and androids.
This movie, to push its feminist agenda, and I'm not talking classical feminism, I'm talking new wave feminism. They basically make all men douchebags.
Toxic femininity is.
She's like a pilot, and there was one line that was just so cringy, and they're making all these guys total jerks, just rah rah rah, and yeah, that's what they said. No, and, there's this guy who's you know why they call it a cockpit, right?
Hold on. Sounds kind of gay.
And there's this guy, she needs to get a motorcycle to travel somewhere for the plot, and there's this biker guy who's give me a smile, babe, or something like that, and then she's looking at him, and then she steals his bike because he's a douchebag, and there's this part at the end, not spoiling anything, but she does something, and then is I don't owe you, or I don't have to prove to you anything, and it's just oh my god, it's so cringy. Why not just make a movie with a female lead and make it a good movie?
Just like Wonder Woman.
Just like Wonder Woman. It doesn't have to be this hey, if it's a female lead, we're gonna make all the men douchebags and we're gonna make them all sexist pigs. It's really forced. There's a lot more moments like that. There's one, I'm not spoiling anything, but where a song plays, and it's a song everyone knows from the 90s. during like this fight scene.
I might like it a lot.
It's a good song, but like it's how they use it. It's just like so cringy,
forced.
Either way, all that aside, it was actually a solid movie.
I gotta say the trailers didn't make it look like it was gonna have a forced thing. Wasn't it just all like the press stuff that made it like, oh, by the way,
there was a lot of press
I'm
stuff.
a female icon things like, oh, that's kind of changed it because the trailers didn't have anything like that in it at all. It was just, here's Captain Marvel, that's who she is, Carol Danvers.
It was really good. I'm gonna say Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson's character, was the star. Like not star, but like he stole the show. Okay. He was really good. He was funny.
It's called the saving grace.
Yeah. They explain how
I assume.
One thing I have a slight problem with is how he loses his eye.
Okay.
Because you definitely see that in this movie, and it's like...
Now I know. Now I have to see it.
Because there's this line in Captain America 2, Winter Soldier, where he's like, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. Yeah. And then you see how he loses the eye in this one, and I'm like, I don't like that. Other than that, like, he was great.
All right.
How he loses the eye is really stupid, though. But... he was good. I didn't notice the de-aging effects at all. Some people online are complaining that it was like really obvious. I didn't notice. It was weird seeing Samuel Jackson, a 70-year-old dude, look young. But after the first like 2 minutes, I was just like, okay, young Samuel Jackson. There we go.
The trailers. I mean, obviously the trailers in like passing seconds, but they made it look really damn good in the trailers at least.
I didn't notice any mistakes.
They've gotten better and better with that whole thing.
There was a little bit with Clark Gregg, who plays Phil Coulson.
Yeah.
There's a few shots where it looked a little unnatural.
Funny enough that he's younger than Samuel L. Jackson by a long shot, I think, right?
And if you look, he doesn't look that different when he was in the 90s.
Yeah?
He kind of looks the same.
Okay.
He really hasn't
So, like,
aged.
they almost made him an age that he never was.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back to me being 25, like, I didn't have hair then.
Right.
But, like, if you added hair to me later, like, it would look unnatural just for that reason alone. Like,
he looked he still looked good, but... Ooh, he looked good.
Clark Gregg.
It looked a little off with him. Samuel Jackson didn't look any bad.
Colson, let's go on a tropical getaway.
Ooh, Tahiti.
Ooh.
Such a magical place.
Let's come back to life.
No, overall the movie's good. I would say it had a few connections with other MCU movies, which was good. Kind of a weird thing they do with the timeline with the Tesseract.
Okay.
I'm not going to really go into that, but there's something where it's like, does that really make sense? I guess it can if you use some headcanon.
I don't want to give a spoiler, but here's a spoiler. I'm kidding.
But here's exactly what happens. No, I really like they brought back Lee Pace, who plays Ronan the Accuser, who's the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
It's cool that he was dead and now he's not.
Right.
Be like, it's good that
they de-aged him too.
Okay.
And he's not in the movie much.
That's a weird one to de-age because he was already... I don't know what he looks like as not Ronan the Accuser, so like it might not have needed to be
young Ronan the
de-aged.
Accuser. But you only see him in like 3 holograms, like little Clone Wars like blips.
Okay.
And then like a few very short scenes at the end where it's like him just holding his giant hammer. I don't know, he was good.
All right. I'm
not gonna rip on the movie for any more social justice warrior stuff. It definitely has it in there. Any Mary Sue stuff or whatever. You know, I enjoyed the movie. I might even go see it again in theaters. I wasn't one who signed up for like the protest and yada yada yada.
Yeah, that just, as cringy as it could be, it's not worth protesting against. I feel like,
right?
Like, it's part of the Marvel thing that I want to see everything else about.
Yeah.
What protesting is just going to make them push back harder or something. I don't know. Just I'll roll my eyes at it and see other movies. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's keep talking about Marvel, or not Marvel, superhero things. Will Smith is out as Deadshot in Suicide Squad 2. But they are going to...
It's rewind time.
Rewind time, everybody! It's supposedly Idris Elba.
Okay.
Idris Elba?
I've always had trouble with that too.
Idris Elba.
That guy.
I like him a lot.
No, he's good. He is.
Yeah, he is in talks of replacing him.
Okay.
As Deadshot. So they're not going to like put a new character. It's actually going to just be a recast.
All right.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it as long as it's a good actor.
Idris Elba's good.
Because I mean, in this case, that does something good. I think I've seen movies from the '90s where they did like a recast for like the sequel, and it was just like another random actor. Like, what the fuck? Hold on, what happened?
Right. No, I like Idris Elba a lot, and I don't know. I'm not that excited for Suicide Squad 2 at all. I thought the first one was pretty underwhelming.
I didn't even see the first one yet, so
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll see it eventually.
Harley Quinn was hot, but that's about it.
I'll watch it in a while. Oh, Margot.
Ooh. I do own it, actually. Ooh. I even buy movies I don't like. Like this is Star Wars Episode 8. Yeah. I bought it. I bought it just so I could go home and just get pissed by myself.
I bought it so I could destroy it.
Here, Disney, take 30 of my dollars. I'm going to take your product and just be pissed. Make more, please. Also, Ben Affleck 100% out as Batman. I know we talked about him maybe being out, or at least for the solo Batman movie, him being out. He is 100% done with the character. Well, okay. Who cares? Not me.
Because it was like a rumor mill thing to begin with, right?
Well, they confirmed that for the solo Batman movie that he won't be in it, but the rumor was it might be a prequel and it might be like a young Bruce Wayne.
What a mess. All the DC stuff is such a mess.
It's done.
In so many ways too, not just like recasting things, so many other ways too. I mean, Marvel's had kind of its things, but even then it's the things that are MCU like certified that aren't part of like the whole like separation of like Sony or Fox or whatever. Yeah. The only recast they have was Rhodey? Was that the only one?
Hulk.
Okay, and Hulk, I guess, yeah. That's a fringe one, I think, too, though. Like kind of like out there, like
he's one of the main four. Right?
I mean, it's one of the main four, but I'm saying like that was at the very beginning,
right? Recast,
and that movie is like only loosely like not. I don't want to say loosely part of the MCU.
You could skip that one,
but it was like to me like I haven't seen that one.
You don't need to see that one.
But like to me, that was one of them where they're like, you know what, this movie is okay with our timeline, so we included it. Otherwise, they could have gone back and done a different Hulk. But that was already like the third one in recent times they've did. There's probably so many Hulk origin stories.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. And then like little ones like Fandral, who was like one of the Warriors 3 in Thor.
Okay.
Like so he got recast, but he has a big beard anyway. You can't tell.
Covered up. It's fine.
There's little recastings here and there, but
it was the biggest ones were Rhodey and Hulk then. Yeah. And even then, those were early on, very early on within the first two movies. Yeah.
And Hulk one.
Those were really the first. Aren't those the first two that came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I think the main thing with Marvel and why they have such success is Kevin Feige, who runs the whole thing.
And just I like the stories better so far. I don't know. And they're all fantastical, but they're aware of it within the story, within the universe. They're aware of them being fantastical.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a crazy thing.
Did you see Aquaman?
Not yet. I do have it though. A copy that
Are you talking about illegally pirating movies?
Lead Hacksaws Juarez, where's my sunglasses? Let me hack the mainframe.
No, Aquaman was okay. I think we already talked. Yeah, we already talked about that.
You don't rage quit. Wow, don't rage quit again.
People thought that was real.
Again. Was it real? It might have been real. We did drink after that.
Jesse Smolders. I was going to go
Jesse?
Jesse.
Jesse.
I was going to talk about last week of this whole thing about the fake hate crime. What more is to say? Nothing. I got a whole lot of nothing this week because all these topics are old.
What I do have to say about that, I'm not sure if you saw this. Did you see? Because I know you're not necessarily for Trevor Noah.
No.
Did you see that he made fun of Jussie Smollett too?
Oh, did he?
They made a video of as if there's gonna be like a Lifetime movie about the Jussie Smollett hoax. Nice. And he was like in the bathroom like, I'm not making enough, and his producer comes up, he's like, here you go, Jussie, here's $1 million, and he's like, only? And he's like and throws it away and starts like crying. I think it's actually a decent video that you would like of the Trevor Noah show because of the context and viewpoint.
My problem with Trevor Noah, I don't mind some of the like late night talk shows, and obviously most of them are just the whole show is just anti-Trump.
Yeah,
that's fine. There's things to make fun of Trump about. I laugh at those too. Hell, I share a lot of them. Not like late night talk shows, but like I'll make fun of Trump all day. Trevor Noah's just not funny. That's my problem with.
I did like his
Jimmy Fallon,
his first stand up I saw, but that was before any of the Trump stuff.
Jimmy Fallon's a funny guy.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy Kimmel, funny guy. Stephen Colbert, a funny guy. Yeah, they're ripping on Trump, but like they're still funny. Trevor Noah rips on Trump, but he's not funny. He's like Samantha Bee.
I feel like his show doesn't do it in a funny way. Like he could be funny, but it's the things I've seen him. I haven't watched The Daily Show since then. Really, I really liked The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
He was a funny guy.
I loved it. I watched it religiously.
I disagree with him on everything, but at least he was funny.
I think it was before I just like even tried to form political opinions. I think that's why. But it's still like I liked it. I watched it a lot. They just made fun of things regardless. I didn't really care about. I'm not even sure if they took sides during it. They think they did, but like I didn't pay attention to the sides they were taking. I just saw that there was funny things. That's how I viewed it. So like maybe I was just that good of a person that I just viewed no sides. Like I don't see political sides.
Filthy centrist.
I don't see political colors.
I hate you.
Hardly.
I don't know. I guess the only thing I can really say, I was going to go on this huge rant about Jesse Smolders, whatever. Did anyone actually believe that? His story. Let's break down his story. He went to Subway at 2 a.m. because he was hungry. Yep. He got jumped by two guys wearing MAGA hats who screamed, "This is MAGA country." They just so happened to recognize him in Chicago, have a noose with them, have bleach with them, jump him, beat him up, not really leaving any scars.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Or marks. And then
what did they do, push him down?
They tied the noose around him, threw bleach on him, and then he walked all the way back to his apartment, still with the noose around his neck, still holding the sub sandwich. He didn't drop it while he was getting jumped. Then 45 minutes later, calls the police show up, and he still has the noose and the sandwich. He has the noose still on him.
To like extra overplay it.
Who in the hell actually believed that? No. Now, if you were saying when that happened, when everyone's like, when all your like social justice buddies were like, "Oh my God, America's such a racist place." If you were like, "This sounds fake," you would get attacked. You would be like, "Wow, I can't believe you don't believe this victim." And then a month later, it turns out it was all fake.
That's why a lot of the other people that were like either, afraid to say anything about it because they didn't know either, because they were like, well, you know what, this is, I want to say left side, I guess, because I guess the Trump part of it, but like they were against it. But even them, I saw, like I said, Trevor Noah, the Young Turks, they didn't really want to talk out against it because they didn't know if it was real. To them, it sounded like a weird case, and I didn't hear about it until he was being accused of it being false. So I didn't even have an opinion until I already heard that side.
You have to be so entrenched in thinking that like America is this like KKK-run place if you actually believed that story. When it came out, everyone with half of a mind was thinking, this is bullshit.
On top of that, too, wasn't it for the stupidest reasons? Didn't he like... He was mad about that he wasn't getting like paid enough or something.
That's what he
says. I mean, what other good reason? I don't know what good reason there is. He's wanted to be a face of fighting against the.
Yeah, there's now, like, you now have a status on. I hate saying the left. Yeah, but victimhood is now like a currency, and if you are an oppressed person, then you are like now, in some people's eyes, more of an icon. I was jumped and attacked by these racists. Now I'm going to fight out against racism. That's like...
I feel that way just for things in general. Not even right or left political spectrum. Not even race. Just I feel the same victimhood thing that I see people on social media. That I've talked out against it before where, oh, woe is me. I do all these nice things for people and whatever isn't paid attention to me or something, and all it is just all this attention, like, we love you,
right?
Get better. But if you're mentally stable, there's nothing for it.
Well, of course.
So there really is that just in general.
He wanted to be an icon on the left, and I don't know. I think it was a pretty stupid idea.
That was a very stupid one.
That was pretty dumb.
There's so many other ways you could have fought against something, but this badly fabricated mugging that wasn't even a mugging. It wasn't even. It happened to me, and like I was beat up, but not barely, and like a noose was hung around me, and I was offended.
You really think these redneck MAGA guys would even recognize him?
How many times I've been yelled at on the streets, like whenever I was like riding my bike around with friends, as not even like a punk or a biker, just like you fag or some shit, like yelling things on the streets to me. I've heard that before, and like didn't apply, and it also didn't matter.
I was the one yelling that.
That was. That's why we're friends now. I make friends with all my enemies. Somehow or another, and like, so what?
That's it. Like, I didn't go on Twitter that night and like say, "Oh, I was a victim of a hate crime."
And this is the reality in the country we live in.
This is
I
our
can't
world.
go outside without being yelled at.
America KKK.
They don't even know that I'm not a punk, and here they are telling me that I'm some punk that's gonna do something wrong. I don't know. I'm riding my bike outside of the fucking elementary school near my house. That's about it. Like, Jesus Christ.
Who knows? Either way, we're gonna wrap it up. I know we have things to do.
Yep, yeah.
It was a nice short episode.
I got a bar to go to.
Ooh, I have nothing to do tonight.
Oh.
I recently have a lot more time to do nothing. Yay!
Oh!
Boom!
Time for a drink.
No, probably not.
I mean,
who knows? Either way, thank you for tuning in. We are going to try to do another episode, I'm thinking on Wednesday, and then also on Sunday. We're really going to try to back into the rhythm.
Don't hesitate to remind us.
Yeah.
That would help a lot, actually. It really would.
Boom.
I mean, maybe it's coming from me, but...
And me.
Yeah.
Either way, thank you very much, and we will see you again real soon.
Turn the music up too fast. Oh, well. Hey.
Gave my name to all of them.